Hey friends, what's up, and welcome back to a new budget-friendly crockpot video. I am doing another dollar a meal video. I have a whole bunch of these here on my channel. I will link the playlist down below, so make sure you check it out. Don't leave too quick. If you're new to my channel, make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up. If you have been around my channel for a while, I also expect a thumbs up. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So here's today's ingredients, and I put the prices on the screen. I did grocery delivery late last night because, well, I feel like there's only so many hours in a day, and that's what I have to do right now. I joked with my husband the other day, I wish there was 40 hours in a work day. Not a work day, a real day. Anyways, I'm not even going to go into that, explain it. Maybe we'll talk about it later. The long grain rice and the rice cauliflower were the exact same price, but you're going to get so much bang for your buck if you decide to do white rice or brown rice over a rice cauliflower. But I personally have been really, really loving rice cauliflower right now, so I included that with the cost in my meal, and then I just did regular rice for my husband's meal. Stay tuned because I'm going to give you the perfect white rice stovetop recipe. I've been playing around with a couple recipes and I've found the perfect one. Also, as always, saving the skins of my onion and the tops of my yellow squash so I can make some veggie broth later in the week. I really need to make some ASAP, so you might see that in my next video. We'll see. Depends on if I get the camera out or not. I make so many meals throughout the week and I don't always pull out my camera because I'm busy. I feel like me before I was a mom would always be like, oh, let me pull out my camera. And now that I'm a mom, I'm like, what can I get done in 10 minutes? And sometimes putting that camera out, it just isn't it. Anyways, this is a really quick, easy recipe. I'm using black beans and making a taco kind of style soup, but I'm loading it with veggies. Onions, squash, corn technically is a vegetable, but like there's not a lot of nutrients in it, but gosh, it tastes good. Did I already say yellow squash? I might have. And then doing some beans, so we have some added fiber, added protein. I'm not doing tomatoes with this recipe. I would personally always do tomatoes, but I get a lot of people asking for tomato-free recipes. So if you are someone who wants to go tomato-free, then go ahead and omit the tomato paste, but it's going to add a lot of flavor and be super cost-effective, but it's going to add a lot of flavor to that broth. I'm also using a packet of taco seasoning. You could add anything else that you have on hand if you'd rather do that. If you're not an onion person, omit that. You could also add the rice cauliflower right to the pot if you wanted to. I'm adding it on the side because I really like the cauliflower at the bottom. It sounds weird, but if you eat rice with your chili or with your soup, you understand. I like a whole bunch of it at the bottom. I don't like it like just randomly in my soup. I find myself reaching for my crock pot on the weekends, especially on Sunday mornings, so I can meal prep kind of something for the day ahead. So we have lunch and dinner kind of ready to go. Sundays and Wednesdays are right now my meal prep days, so I will meal prep everything for the week minus like 2 dinners, and it just works out really well for me. A lot of times I will make my own taco seasoning, but I'll be honest, I need to make some, but I just did not want to take the time to do so. So that's why I got the more expensive option, aka the store package of taco seasoning, because it just worked for me in a pinch. I have my little one here with me, so if you hear a lot of noise, it's coming from her. I just posted a YouTube short, Instagram reel to kind of share with you what I do when I'm editing in a pinch and my husband's at work. Because I always got my baby with me. She does sleep wonderful throughout the night. She's sleeping like 12 or 13 hour stretches, which is incredible. But our pediatrician did tell us that like as this goes on, if she continues these long stretches, nap time is going to be a little bit shorter. And wow, he was right. This week especially. I think she's also teething. So we're having like really small naps. So I will baby wear because that is a lifesaver. I wanted to also include a couple of things you could add to this recipe to amp it up. I always like doing that. If you have some spicy rotel or even some jalapenos, I would add that. If you like a creamier based soup instead of a tomato soup, I would add a half a block of cream cheese, or you can even add a couple dollops of Greek yogurt, the non-flavored / non-sweetened kind, so it mimics like a sour cream, or even a sour cream to top it. If you get a tummy ache from canned beans, which is really common, go ahead and drain and rinse them, because taking all of that away from the juices, even though they have a lot of nutrients in it, will help your tummy digest the beans so much better. I'd love to hear from you down below. What are you currently putting in your crock pot throughout the week? I am always looking for new ideas, and you guys always give me the best ideas ever. Plus, you're helping everybody else out in the comment section too who's looking for recipes. Another recipe you're going to have to keep an eye out for is we made the, well, I say we. Why do I say we? I made the best tomato soup in the crock pot. Oh my gosh, it was like chunky, which I personally love. It was a tomato basil soup. Keep your eye out for that recipe. It is coming soon. Okay, so moving on to the corn. I did not rinse the beans, but I will rinse my corn because if I don't, that ish will give me a stomach ache for like 10 days. Frozen corn is my favorite, but canned is so much more like well priced. It's so much more well priced. It's so much better priced. So anyways, that's why I grab the can and I rinse it all the way through and then add it to my crock pot. Also, I'm watching this back and it looks like a corn potato soup, and now I'm thinking that's what I want to make next. So maybe I'll add that recipe with the tomato soup recipe. They're both super budget friendly. I have like a corn chowder with potatoes. Again, watching this back in editing, now I'm really wanting it. All right, cooking this on high for 4 hours. And now I want you to screenshot this little bit because you're going to want this rice recipe. It is absolutely perfection. If you struggle with making rice on the stovetop, this is so easy. It's done in like 15 minutes. Personally, I just make it in small batches because I don't really like to reheat it. But if you do, you can make a larger batch. You can also make it in your Instant Pot. That will require a different recipe. But screenshot this. It is perfection. Now, the secret, I personally think, to stovetop rice is to keep your vent of your lid just a hair off the pot so it's not completely on. I think that makes it even better. It cooks better, it's fluffier. So that is my secret to the perfect rice.
Just a dream, just all in my head, floating rivers upstream.
My soup is ready to eat. Yes, I changed because I'm gonna go for a run soon. So I'm gonna make some cauliflower rice, eat some lunch, go for a run. It's like the perfect, it's like slightly chilly here, like 65, I think. Perfect pre-run meal. So I'm gonna pop this in the microwave. I think it's like 5 minutes, and then I'll share with you how I'm putting together my bowl. Also, this is not included in today's recipe, but as you can see, we devoured this chocolate bread. It's high protein. It is so good. I think I'm gonna make this next week for meal prep and then share the recipe, so stay tuned. I will share that with you guys, but just to go off of this pan alone, I made this morning. To say this is delicious is an understatement with only this much left.
Was it all just a dream, just all in my